Hippo Balls, week 3, coming to you live from the Hippo Den. It is Hippo himself. I apologize for taking week 2 off. Of course, we'll get into that a little later. But week 3, we are back, and we'll start off with the college football roundup. Yesterday, of course, FSU Clemson at noon. Amazing game. I went down to College Town here in Tallahassee, of course. Place was buzzing. Amazing game, went into OT. Keon Coleman is the definition of him. Travis, great game. Johnny Wilson didn't drop balls like he usually does. Had an actual great game. Fuck Dabo. Clemson down, FSU up. Dion got exposed by Oregon like 100-0, talking a lot of shit. And then, of course, he does the Dion thing after the game where he says, I respect everyone and I'm just a guy. And, best salesman in the world. He'll be fine. He'll get a bunch of recruits. But Colorado just way worse than Oregon. Should have hammered the minus 21 on Oregon. Ohio State crushing cover at the end of the game. I had Notre Dame +3. At the end of the game, Notre Dame has 10 men on the field on the last play. How do you do that? Marcus Freeman, I think, is the name of the Notre Dame coach. Idiot. Has 10 guys on the field on the inch yard line. They score a touchdown with no time remaining. You think that they're not going to kick the extra point because there's no more time left, so you still cover the +3. Turns out they add 1 second back onto the clock. They kick the extra point. Doesn't matter. Your bet pushes. Ryan Day talks a bunch of shit to Lou Holtz, who's 900 years old. He looks like an idiot. Fuck Ohio State. Bummed about Notre Dame. Bummed about losing money on. I guess didn't lose money, but I lost money a bunch of other stuff. Needed to win that bet. Did not win that bet. Huge bummer. Horrible cover by Ohio State. Ryan Day, horrible guy for chirping a 95-year-old man. Grow up. Start off with who's back. Who's back? We got Milfy MAGA Pubs and sultry, seductive lib Democrats. Start off with the Milfy MAGA Pubs. We got what puts asses in the seats. Sex sells, of course. And we got GOP rep from Colorado, Lauren Bobart, of course, who's quite extreme herself. She goes to a local regional performance of the musical Beetlejuice, as one does in Colorado, and she was kicked out for allegedly vaping and filming the performance. She goes on Fox News after and says that's a lie, and she was just excited, and she may have been, a little overdoing it and clapping and talking, but it was nothing too crazy. Then someone leaks the security footage from inside the Playhouse, and it actually shows her not only vaping and filming the performance, but also giving the guy she's on a date with an over the pants hand job or an OTPHJ while he aggressively fondles her boobs. Even more crazy, she comes out the next day and says, all right, you got me. Also, I was on a first date. Going to a first date in Colorado at the regional performance of the musical Beetlejuice and then vaping and having at each other is a crazy world. Bobart says they're not going to go on another date. Probably a good call. Ridiculous story, hilarious footage. If you have not seen it, go watch it. Not to be outdone, we have Susan Gibson, a Democrat running for Virginia House of Delegates seat. And our ANN reporter Nima dropped this earlier this week. She dropped a sex tape, or she says she didn't drop it, but someone dropped it. Her and her husband posted a video, I guess, to like an OnlyFans or something, a pornographic website, and they're having sex on camera and asking users to pay them money in exchange for performing specific acts. I guess this is supposed to just stay in that one little corner of the internet where no one else can see it. Somebody takes the video, posts it to everyone, and now she's saying that she's being targeted by the Republicans and how could someone leak this? It's not that she didn't post it, it's that she posted it to like the dark web and she doesn't want it being on the regular web. Conspiracy theory, she's trying to Kim K herself and she dropped it herself. She's either going to make a bunch of money or she's going to get elected. I don't hate it. Not a bad tape. Just saying from what I've heard. Next up, we got Jews. Jews are back. We just had Rosh Hashanah, of course, and today starts the holiest day of the year, Yom Kippur, at sunset. This concludes the 10-day period known as the Days of Odd? I didn't know. I've never heard that, but I read that. And that begins with the Jewish New Year, of course, Rosh Hashanah. Reflect, atone, and have an easy, peaceful fast. Jews up. Next, we got political corruption. This is a crazy story. New Jersey Democrat Senator Bob Mendez and his wife Really, really crazy case. If you read it, they're basically he was already charged. He was already charged and tried with corruption back in 2017, but it results in a hung jury. This guy thinks he's like bulletproof and he can do whatever he wants. Now he's hit with a ton of bribery charges and fraud charges. He puts through this $100 million arms sale with this Egyptian businessman. And then this guy in return gives him a bunch of gold bars and cars and clothes. He also has some deals with real estate developers and trucking and insurance businesses. His wife receives a Mercedes for her husband disrupting a state criminal prosecution. And what's crazy is they're texting each other this whole time, like, hey, I got the Mercedes. Go ahead and drop those guys' charges. Or she's like, hey, that guy didn't drop enough gold bars at the house. Make sure you don't sign off on the arms deal yet. Like, crazy, like, so stupid. So, so stupid. A bunch of people have already been charged. He's being charged. He's saying it's a hit job. Ridiculous. I mean, the fact that he has not stepped down yet is crazy. Politics completely nuts these days. Um, Next up, we got who's dead? Hoyt. Hoyt's dead. Took 2 weeks off, of course, to mourn, and truthfully, we have not had a dry eye day in the house since. It was by far the hardest thing me and Robin have ever done. He was our best friend, our buddy, sous chef, taste tester, athlete, king of Killorn. Both of our best friends, best looking member of the blank home for sure. I wish I put him in more videos because he loved the hippo, and I'll send some videos after of him playing with the hippo. And he loved all of you, of course, and he loved fantasy football. And I hope he's playing ball up there. And I know he's cheering on the Dolphins today. R.I.P. Hoyt. Love you, buddy. Next up, we got OG Pubs. OG Pubs. Mitt Romney's retiring. And of course, we have no more John McCain. The moderate conservative Republicans are dead, unfortunately, for all of America. I think the country could, a country would all agree to have Mitt Romney as president right now. I think John McCain would have been a fine president. They're conservative, of course, but they were moderate. And it looks like we're about done with those. The old guard is retiring, and we got a bunch of crazy people here. Um, Next on Who's Dead, we got Mel Tucker. Mel Tucker, Michigan State football coach, who will be fired. They already suspended him without pay, and now he's officially going to be fired from the school amid sexual harassment allegations. It's now confirmed from him and this woman that he made sexual comments and masturbated while on a phone call with Brenda Tracy, an advocate and rape survivor, who I guess was going to the school to speak, and somehow they became friends, and he used his relationship to somehow like jerk off with her on the phone. Crazy story from Mel Tucker, weird guy. Tucker says it was mutual, which he is married with kids. It's still not a great look. Um, he blames her for distortion of their relationship and says he's a victim and it affected him, which of course that's what you have to do. You have to go on the victim side and say that she's the problem, even though she's the rape survivor and you're jerking off on the phone to her and making her feel uncomfortable. He's also already lied to investigators a few times. He's done. He's out. He's losing a ton of money because they're firing him for cause. I'm sure they'll settle something, but not a great look for Mel Tucker. Not a great look for his family. Weird look for Brenda Tracy too, but I don't want to hate on survivors. Probably hang up the phone eventually, but supposedly he was like threatening her that he's going to make her life hell. Weird, horrible. Mel Tucker's a bad guy. I can't side with Mel Tucker. Next up, we got Rupert Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch is dead. This is basically what Succession's based off. So crazy Rupert Murdoch, who's run Fox News, supervillain Rupert Murdoch, also legend Rupert Murdoch, steps down from Fox News, and his son Lachlan Murdoch takes over. Lachlan Murdoch is the new head of Fox News. Supposedly, he's also just as horrible, so nothing's really going to change. He's supposed to be a bad guy, but great, great family, great supervillain billionaire supervillain family succession, great show. Um, who's not back but not dead? India. India is not back but not dead. We got the prime minister and the president who both practice Hinduism, which of course is the most popular religion in India. And the Hindu word for India is, and I'm sorry Vivek if I botch this, Bharat, Bharat. It's actually the Republican of India right now, and it's the world's most populous country, of course. The prime minister and the president are trying to cement Hindu nationalism as the religion of India. So they want to change the name Republic of India to Bharat. Um, this is kind of like the Turkey thing last year. The Turkey. They're trying to change it to Bharat. Of course, even though most people are Hindu, they got some Catholics and they got some other religions saying, relax. Let's just, first of all, what about the map makers? Secondly, we've been in India for a long time. Things are fine. You know, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Bharat, probably not going to happen, but they're trying to push it. That's in like the G20. That's the story going on right now. Next, we got Russell Brand. Russell Brand, uh, actor, alt right conspiracy theorist, COVID denier, streamer, um, is accused of rape and sexual assault by four women. One confirmed was treated at a rape center. Not a great story for Russell Brand. Kind of a scumbag. Also, the people coming out to defend him. It's like Andrew Tate, Elon Musk, some other bad dude. Like when you have those guys defending you, like, oh, I fucked up something. Not a good look. He says the left wing is trying to censor him. Do I think probably people are trying to censor him? Yes, but like, looks like you kind of raped and sexually assaulted these people. Not a good look for Russell Brand. He's kind of an asshole. I hope that they take him down. Lastly, on who's not back but not dead, we got. Oh no, not lastly. We got one more thing. We got Jason Goldstritch. Jason Goldstritch. I hung my hat on Jason Goldstritch this week. I died on that hill. I said I would die on that hill, and now I'm officially dead. Jason Goldstritch said that he had Dame sources. It seems that he did not have Dame sources. I'm going to hold out hope that it still happens, but it's not looking good for me. I chose the wrong horse. Jason Goldstritch, not back, but not dead, and possibly dead. Lastly, we got the Writers Guild and Hollywood Studios in final phase of negotiations. Danny up, even though Austin Eckler's out. Danny Rich again, possibly. Writer's strike possibly ending. I posted in the group. No save from Danny. Danny, of course, has been working through this whole thing, and he's a scab. But still, good for the writers overall. I'm not. I don't have cooking for Hippo this week. I am making chicken yakitori in a little bit. Maybe I'll film it and somehow send it to you guys. I need to figure out the video. I'm not on my A game. I'm sorry. We're still very sad. Trying our best here. I will have cooking with Hippo. I promise. Um, I don't even have a show of the week. Disaster. I'm sorry. Need to be better. Matchups. Jammer Ball. In the Jammer Bowl, we got me and Jan. I'm projected 121. He's projected 123. He already had CMC put up 23, which truthfully, when you're playing CMC, is not that bad. Debo, good trade for me with Sean. Great trade partner. Very cordial. Love doing business with him. I hope Cooper Cup comes back and is wonderful. Debo put up 25. Darren Waller goose egged me at 5. I have not started my boy Puka Nakua in 2 weeks. I'm finally starting him. He's questionable. He's probably going to lay an egg for me. Isaiah Pacheco, also questionable game time decision. Don't love that for a 4 p.m. start. Still, of course, going to give myself the win. Give me the win. Vivek, 125. Ben, 115 projections. Kittle already put up 16 for Vivek. He has no Saquon. He put a bunch of money down for Jerome Ford. Ben Burrow, question mark. I don't think Burrow even plays. Give me Vivek. Give me Jerome Ford having a day. I don't really worry too much about Kareem Hunt, especially today. I hope Jerome Ford does great. Fly, bird, fly. Navid Noah. Don't have a lot of notes here. Sorry, Noah, for your loss of Nick Chubb. That's a bummer, especially at this point in the season. Navid 109, Noah 100. Give me Navid. Sorry again, Noah. Sean 116, Nima 128. Cooper Cup comes back in a few weeks, and hopefully things are working a little better. Don't hate the team, but I think Cooper Cup will make it much better. Nima, I think Tyreek goes off. No Waddle. Give me Nima, an elite regular season GM. Uh, Tyreek goes off. Eli, Tim projected 121, 121 in a close battle. Tim had no Ayuk. Eli, I have no notes. Give me Tim in the win there. Siegel, Gabe. Siegel projected 110. Gabe projected 117. Joshua Kelly, revenge game. I'm not sure. He didn't look very good last week. No Eckler, of course. Gabe already had 12 from his kicker. Weird start sit decisions. We'll see if they work for Gabe. He's starting DJ Moore over DK Metcalf. He's not starting Ramondre Stevenson. Will it matter against Eagle? Probably not. Give me Gabe in the win there. Picks this week. Not a great week of betting. I've already lost a bunch of money yesterday on college football. Broncos Dolphins -6. As a lifelong Dolphins fan, this clearly is a huge, huge trap game. I do think we win because I'm a homer, but this is the biggest trap game ever. We don't have Waddle. Sean Payton and Russell Wilson need a win super duper bad. Dolphins. I do think Braxton Berrios huge game. So take the over catches and the over yards for Braxton Berrios. I'm also taking the team total over 27.5. I do think we put up points. If we put up 28 that we should win, I'm not sure. I want to bet something. Give me Braxton Berrios over catches and yards. I like that. Also, Robbie Anderson gonna play. Robbie Chosen gonna play in this game. Hope he gets some catches too. Chargers Vikings. Chargers Vikings. I think that's gonna be a shootout. Give me over 54. I know that's a lot of points. Doesn't matter. Gonna be a shootout. Lions at home versus the Falcons. This is also kind of a little trappy of a game, and I'm a sucker. I'm gonna take Lions -3. Falcons have actually been playing good. They're super duper boring, but they are playing well. Um, Still Lions -3. Packers -1 versus Saints at home. I don't love the Saints. Jamal Williams is out. Packers also kind of but they're good. Like they're good enough. I think they're better than the Saints. I think overall the team is better. I think Jordan Love finds a way to pull it out. -1. I will have more fun stuff next week. Have a day. See you next week. And maybe I'll post some chicken yakitori.